Introducing the 2011 AAA Blues. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Number 6, Jack Fisher. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Number 10, John Peterson. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Number 16, Braden Harris. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Number 18, Chris Springer. Number 19, Emerson Miniman. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Number 31, Luke Scanapiego. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Number 93, Ben Spatansky. Head coach, Nick Carey. Assistant coaches, Casey Ott and Nate Cunningham. Team managers, Alicia and Ricky Smith.
Good afternoon, Blues fans. We are live here at the Balfour Practice Arena for the Detroit Red Wings for the Blues' second game of the Little Caesars Showcase. Blues will take on Honeybaked out of Detroit today. Blues went down in hard fashion yesterday, losing 4-3 to the Palmyra Black Knights after leading 3-0. Looking to bounce back today with the second game of the season to get in the win column. Blues will play again tomorrow against the Oakland Junior Grizzlies, and then on Sunday, Blues will play Little Caesars as they head out of Motown. As a reminder, for those of you at home that are joining us for the first time this season, we have some rule changes this year as the boys step up to the midget level. Two big ones. We have delayed offsides this year, so the Blues, if the puck goes in offsides, boys can tag up and it is not an immediate stoppage in play. There is also now icing allowed on the penalty kill, so if you're shorthanded, you can throw the puck all the way down and go for a change if you dare. Penalty lengths increase this season, 2 minutes for minor penalties. It was 1:30 last year. 5 minutes for major penalties, which was 4 minutes last year. And misconducts now go to 10 minutes as opposed to 8 minutes at the Bantam level. Period lengths are 17 minutes. There is one full scrape, normally in between the second and third period or in the middle of the second period, depending on where you're playing and what the rules are for that showcase. And we're about ready to get this game underway. So Blues will get final instruction from the bench, coaches giving them the talk, and we'll be back to get this game started here shortly. Blues are going to start this affair with Fugner centering Schneider and Harris up front. Defensively, we're going to have Patrick Komodowski, Malachi Smith on the blue line. Starting in goal for the Blues today will be Luke Scanapieko. Honeybaked sends out their starting line, and we're ready to get this game underway. Fugner wins the draw back to Komodowski. He goes to his partner Smith. Smith goes up to Schneider, but it bounces over his stick. Schneider gets in on the forecheck. Honeybaked gets it behind their own net. They reverse into the far side corner. Schneider on the forecheck, stays all over him. They clear it out to the neutral zone. Give and go pass completed. Fugner all over his man. Honeybaked tries to put it in deep. They're off sides. Komodowski comes away with it. He's going to skate it through the neutral zone, drops it for Smith, hits off of his stick. Smith quickly grabs it, goes to Fugner. Fugner to Komodowski, back to Fugner. Fugner brings it in. He goes to Komodowski, cutting towards the net, just out of his reach, comes all the way around for Harris. He takes a hit, puts it down low for Komodowski. Honeybaked grabs it. Schneider knocks his man off the puck. Honeybaked comes away with it. Their clearing attempt is picked off, held at the boards by Harris. Honeybaked grabs it. Schneider gets in on the back check. They're going to bring it across to the outside. Miniman keeps them there. Shot on and goal. Honeybaked gets to the outside around Miniman. Takes a shot and beats Scanapieko 5-hole here very early in the first period with 16:03 left. Blues will make a wholesale line change. They send out Fisher, Springer, and Bauer up front. Or I'm sorry, no, we have a new line combination here. We have Crowley, Fisher, and Bauer. Defensively, we'll have Brooks and Miniman. Bear with me, it looks like we're going to run some different lines today. Face-off is pushed forward by Crowley. Bauer gets it on the forecheck. Honeybaked grabs it. They're going to throw it in deep. Brooks picks it up behind the Blues net. He goes up the middle. That's intercepted. Brooks gets it right back. He tries to get it out, and Honeybaked picks it off, brings it back in with numbers. They take it to the outside. Shot, pad, save, push behind the net. They get a rebound, push it in front. Another shot goes just high of the crossbar, and Honeybaked controls in the corner. They try putting it behind the net, hits the cage, goes to Miniman. Miniman goes off the glass and ices the puck all the way down. Blues, another wholesale line change. Next new line for the Blues is going to be the Spatansky, Springer, and Zilm. We'll see who's going to center this line. Defensively, Rubis and Komodowski. So Spatansky will center, Springer and Zilm. Face-off won by the Blues. Scanapieko steers behind the net for Rubis. Rubis' pass out, intercepted. He hits the body of the man. Spatansky gets it. He takes a hit, puts it towards the center for Komodowski. Komodowski skates it through the neutral zone, gets across into their zone, takes it to the outside far corner, pulls up, hits Spatansky. Oh, Spatansky has it bounce, and here comes Honeybaked 3-on-1 into the blue zone with just Rubis back. Long shot, goal. 2 shifts, 2 goals for Honeybaked, and the Blues on their heels have given up 2 early goals on 3 shots. Blues send out another line. They're going to send Giorgio, Wessel, and Boyer up front. Defensively, we will have Smith and Brooks. Blues looking to reset after a pretty rough start here. Giorgio wins the face-off. It gets poked ahead by Honeybaked, and it is going to be offsides against Honeybaked. Oh boy. Giorgio lines up, take the neutral zone draw. Giorgio wins it back to Smith. Smith is going to let it go for Brooks. Brooks brings it out near side, up the boards. He goes to Boyer. Boyer give and go to Giorgio. Giorgio to the outside. Gets around his last man, still has control. Puts it in front, loose puck sitting there. Nobody can get to it. Comes all the way out to the point to Brooks. Brooks shot tipped just wide by Wessel. Puck picked up by Giorgio. Giorgio flips to the point. He gets it right back from Smith. He cuts a move towards the center with space. Skates to the near side circle, off the boards to Brooks at the point. Brooks takes a long shot. That gets tipped just wide by Wessel. Giorgio grabs it. He has room. He sends it out to the point. Brooks tries to shoot. He fans. Goes to Boyer. Boyer gets it to Wessel. Knocked off his stick into the near side corner. Boyer comes away with it. He sends it behind. He draws a penalty as he gets hit from behind. Wessel comes away with it. He's skating. He goes far side, and his pass to Rubis is picked off. So Blues early in the first period, 14:08 remaining, go to their first power play. They're going to send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris. Defensively, Miniman and Rubis will start. Fugner will take this face-off to the right of the Honeybaked goaltender. He wins it back to Harris. Harris out to the point to Miniman. He skates the line, gets it back to Harris. Harris down low for Schneider. Hits off his skate as he was man all over him. Miniman hustles back, gets the puck, gets it to Harris. Harris has it stripped. Honeybaked comes away with it. They go down behind the Blues net. Rubis pushes them back. They go out to the point. Long shot, tipped just wide. Miniman's going to pick this up. Blues going to reset here as the net goes off, and Scanapieko went down awkwardly. Looks like he has something in the net that he may have stepped on. Unfortunate that he went down and knocked the net off because the Blues were controlling, bring it out of the zone. Now Honeybaked gets an offensive zone face-off. Fugner lines up to take it. Face-off won by Honeybaked back to the point. They're going to put it in deep behind the Blues net. Rubis going to catch it in the far corner. He's going to go for a skate. Reverses on the top of the circle. Gives it back for Miniman. Miniman's going to bring it out near side. He goes to Rubis. Rubis going to skate it through the neutral zone. He hits Fugner. Fugner tips it in deep. Blues going on the forecheck. They're going to send it up the boards. Miniman there for it. He's going to reset on the blue line. Gives it to Harris. Harris over to Rubis. Rubis to Schneider. Schneider shot. That gets tipped just wide by the stick of a Honeybaked player. They clear it. That's going to go all the way down. Again, no icing at this level. Scanapieko plays it. Quick pass up to Rubis. Rubis to Fugner. Fugner back to Miniman. Miniman's going to bring it through the neutral zone. Crosses the red line. Brings it into their zone. Drops it for Boyer. Boyer with the man all over him has to reverse. He stops at the blue line. He goes far side for Rubis. Rubis skates it back towards the blue line. He gives it to Miniman. Miniman shot. That gets blocked in front. And Honeybaked's going to throw it all the way down. Blues got to get on the hustles. They got a man on him. Rubis going to get there first. He reverses for Miniman, far corner. Miniman takes it behind the Blues net, stops there, lets everybody reset. Komodowski gets it from Miniman. He's going to skate it. He goes to Giorgio. Giorgio crosses the red line, crosses into Honeybaked territory, gets around a man. Shot! Shoulder save by Honeybaked's goalie. Wessel picks up the loose puck. He gets it to Boyer. Boyer skates it towards net. In front for Giorgio. Good stick by the goalie. That's going to do it for the power play. We're back to full strength. Or Honeybaked's back to full strength. They're going to put it in deep. Komodowski gets there. He sends it hard around the net. Boyer's going to retrieve this on the near sideboards. He dodges a hit, loses the puck. They send it towards the middle, heads up, and good play by Komodowski breaks that up. Komodowski goes far side for Wessel. Wessel has it roll over his stick. He's going to bring it in, drops it for Giorgio. Giorgio tries to go far side for Boyer. Puck's intercepted. Giorgio picks it back up, takes it into the far side corner. He tries to go to the point, hits a skate. Boyer there tries to get it to the point. Smith steps up, puts it back down low, and they're going to bring it back. And here come Honeybaked back into the neutral zone. Their pass picked off by Komodowski. He gets tied up and spun around, and Blues are going to go back to the power play as Honeybaked take a hooking penalty against Komodowski. Blues will send out a fresh line. They're talking on the bench. It is going to be Crowley, Fisher, Bauer up front. Defensively, we'll have Miniman and Brooks. Face off, one back to Miniman at the point. He skates the line, goes to Brooks. Brooks with a line. Shot blocked in front by Honeybaked. They're going to bring it out. They're going to skate it into the neutral zone. They get across the red line. Good stick there. And they are offsides. And Honeybaked finally heard the ref say offside, so they're retreating back. Go far side to Miniman. Miniman near side to Crowley. Crowley's going to bring it into the zone. He drops it for Bauer. Bauer, far side point to Miniman. Miniman down low for Crowley. Crowley takes it behind their net. He goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks skates the line, takes a long shot. That hits somebody in front. Loose puck sits there. Fisher gets to it, gets it into the far side corner. Crowley goes to help him out. Puck is grabbed by Honeybaked, thrown out to the neutral zone. Brooks with the good stick knocks it down. Blues still have to reset as they would have been offsides. Blues send it forward for Bauer. Bauer has it bounce off of his stick, and Honeybaked takes over control. They're going to send it all the way down, and Blues are going to have to regroup. They're going to send out Springer, Spatansky, and Zilm as they get a full line change. Rubis brings it in, drops for Spatansky. He goes off the boards, back to Rubis now. Rubis over to Komodowski. Komodowski to Zilm. Shot goes just over the net, and Blues are going to get a 5-on-3 for 36 seconds as Honeybaked takes a slashing penalty as they knock the stick right out of Spatansky's hands. Blues are going to send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Defensively, we will have Komodowski and Rubis continuing. 36 seconds remaining in the Honeybaked first penalty, and then another minute 24 or so after that of 5-on-4 play. Fugner lines up to take it, and Honeybaked wins it. They're going to send it all the way down. Scanapieko settles it in the corner. He sends it to Rubis. Rubis going to go for a skate. He brings it right through the neutral zone, gets to the outside. He sends it to Komodowski. Komodowski back to Rubis. Rubis shot, pad save, rebound picked up by Schneider. He goes out to Komodowski at the point again, can't hold and comes out to the neutral zone. Komodowski's going to skate it back in now, crosses the blue line, takes it to the outside behind the Blues net. Has it knocked off his stick. Harris is there to grab it. Harris goes far side. Honeybaked player fresh on the ice gets there first. They try clearing. Rubis holds. Rubis skates towards the center. He tries to go to Schneider. That gets picked off. Schneider picks up loose puck. Shot, goal by Schneider! Schneider puts the Blues on the board with a power play goal right as the 5-on-3 expires. As he's in front and buries it past the pad of the Honeybaked goalie, assisted by Harris and I believe Rubis. And Blues are back in it here with 9:04 remaining in the first as they cut the lead to 1, as Honeybaked now leads 2-1. Blues make a line change. They send out Spatansky, Zilm, and Springer. Defensively, Brooks and Smith get the call. Blues won that face-off. They brought it into the zone. Long shot by Brooks, hits a paddle and goes into the netting. Shot by the Blues off the face-off, loose puck in front. Honeybaked comes away with it. Blues steal it back. Zilm sends it out to the point to Brooks. Brooks has it bobble. He sends it back, takes a hit for his trouble. Puck goes all the way around far side for Malachi Smith. He takes a bullet of a shot from the boards. Pad saved by the goalie, is pushed to the corner. Honeybaked comes out with it, picked off by Zilm. Zilm puts it behind the net for Spatansky. Honeybaked picking up their physicality here early in the first as we cross the halfway point. Springer sends it out to the point to Brooks. Brooks makes a move. It goes down into the corner. Springer comes away with it. He's got a step, takes it towards the center. Shot! That puck is blocked in front by a couple of players. Spatansky grabs a rebound. He gets it knocked off of his stick. Good play by Zilm to take it away. Zilm sends it over. His pass is high, hits Springer, and finally they're able to clear. Zilm comes away with the loose puck, brings it back in the zone, makes a move, gets around one, goes on net, and ref won't blow the whistle. There's no Blues players there. They bring it through the neutral zone. They send it forward. Rubis picks that pass off, and here come the Blues back to the neutral zone. Rubis crosses the line, brings it into their zone, makes a move, has it knocked off of his stick. He puts it deep. Wessel behind the net battles for it. Boyer gets it around the boards from him. Puck is batted up in the air. Giorgio tries to knock it down, can't get to it. Rubis gets the loose puck at the point. Long shot, hits a skate in front and goes to the far side corner. Wessel there for it, goes down low for Boyer. Boyer shakes off a hit, leaves it for Wessel. Wessel skates around, he gets tied up. No call there, and the puck comes all the way out to the neutral zone. Rubis grabs it at his own blue line. He's going to skate it back to the neutral zone. Quick pass to Boyer, almost picked off, but Boyer gets it to Wessel. Wessel brings it into their zone, dodges a hit, and man, Honeybaked throwing another penalty as they take a cross check against Wessel. And Blues go on the power play again. Honeybaked unable to control the emotions right now. That's really 3 bad penalties in a row for them. And they're doing high hits, and they're getting called for it. Blues are going to send out the Crowley line, Bauer and Fisher on the wings. Defensively, Malachi Smith and Brooks. Face off, one back to Smith. He goes to Brooks at the point. Brooks gives it back to Smith. Smith goes top of the far circle for Crowley. Puck bounces off of his stick. Crowley puts it down low for Fisher. Fisher brings it behind the net. He goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks skates the line, goes to Smith. Smith back to Brooks. Back to Smith. Long shot, gets through, pad save, pushed to the corner. Fisher goes to battle for that. Bauer goes in to help him out. Loose puck is sitting there. Honeybaked pulls it to the skates. Fisher grabs it, sends it out to the point to Brooks. Brooks over to Smith. Smith takes a step. He goes down to Crowley. Crowley to the center for Bauer. Quick pad save by the Honeybaked goalie, and they're going to send it all the way down. Settled by Scanapieko. Smith grabs it. They're going to bring it back out. Blues go for a forward change. They're going to reset. Giorgio, Wessel, Boyer get the call. Malachi Smith settles behind the net, waiting for the Blues to get into position. He hits near side to Wessel. Wessel with speed brings it into the zone. He's got Giorgio. Long shot, blocker save, loose puck in front, kicked into the corner by Giorgio. Wessel now battles for it. They pull it into the corner. Boyer goes to grab it. Rubis fresh on the ice, unable to hold the line as he wasn't on in time as they had just changed. Como gives it back to Rubis. Rubis going to skate it in, gets to the outside, gets into their zone, pulls up on the boards, reverses, going to skate it across the line, gives it to Como. Como down low for Boyer. Boyer circles, looking for a man open. He's going to go down low for Wessel. Wessel back to Boyer. He lets it go to Komodowski. Komodowski over to Rubis. Rubis shot, gets through, pad save, pushed all the way out to the point to Komodowski. He skates backwards on the line, gives it to Rubis. Rubis from the side, circles, looking for somebody. He has it knocked off of his stick. Komodowski has to hustle to pick up that loose puck. He's going to bring it near side for Boyer. Boyer makes a move. He gets around one man. He's going to put it in deep Goes all the way to the far corner. Wessel grabs it. Wessel out to the point to Rubis. Rubis, long shot, gets through. Pad save, pushed to the corner to Giorgio. He battles behind the net for it. It gets loose. Honeybaked's going to pick it up. Blues got to be careful. The Honeybaked man out of the box is behind the Blues defenseman, and here he comes. He gets to the outside. Komodowski pushes him there, skates around, makes a move. Good stick by Miniman, breaks that up. Harris picks up the loose puck. Harris is going to skate it into the neutral zone. He's got Schneider ahead of him. He's going to put it in deep. Blues go in on the forecheck. Honeybaked goalie plays it around far side. Miniman pinches. Unable to hold. Gives it to Fugner. Fugner puts it in deep. Blues tag up. They're going to go right back in on the forecheck. They're going to come around near side again. Miniman pinches again. Can't get to it. They're going to send it near side. Heads up. Here they come on a semi-break. Harris gets back to break that up. They're going to send it far corner. Miniman's there. Miniman skates it behind the Blues net. Reverses. He's going to skate it out far side. He hits Harris. That's going to go all the way down, and it's going to say tipped. Honeybaked grabs it. They send it back out to the neutral zone. Here they come back through. Schneider intercepts that pass. He gets around to the side. He sends it forward for Fugner. Fugner goes in for it. Honeybaked beats him to it. They're going to bring it this way. Near side. Fugner behind the net takes a hit. Tries to get it to Harris in front. And here they come back through. Heads up. 2-on-1 is Blues defenseman pinched and missed. Schneider comes back, hits his man, gets the puck to Komodowski. Komodowski around one. Gets it to Harris. Blues start a line change. Schneider jumps off. Harris gets to the outside, takes a hit. Puck goes into the corner. They send it up the board. Springer fresh on, holds that puck, takes it down low, takes it towards the net. Now he goes behind at the last second, gets it knocked off of his stick. He's going to sprint for it. Harris gets the puck as it was loose after Springer tipped it. Harris off the boards. He's got nowhere to go with it. Springer goes in to help him now. Four-person pile up down there. Springer comes away with it. He goes out to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski to Rubis. Rubis makes a move. Tries to get it to multiple people, and Springer buries. Springer gets the rebound off the shot from the knees by Harris and beats the goalie low blocker to put the Blues into a tie game here. So Springer from Rubis with 2:53 remaining in the first tie this game up. As Springer was in the right place at the right time. Great shot by Harris from his knees. Really great save by Honeybaked. And then Springer picks up the loose puck and buries. Blues finish the line change. Springer stays out with his line mates, Spatansky and Zilm. Defensively, Smith and Brooks on the ice. Honeybaked wins it. They bring it towards the Blues zone. Good back check by Spatansky, breaks that up. They're going to circle on the red line. They're going to bring it near side now. Zilm there. Pressures his man. Honeybaked sends it forward. It hits off their man's stick. Spatansky all over him. Springer goes in, steals the puck. Springer gets it to Zilm, who's wide open. Zilm, can't bury. His pass to the front to Spatansky is out of the reach. And here comes Honeybaked 3-on-2 back into the Blue zone. They put it down into the corner. Brooks is going for it. He hits his man. Spatansky hits his man. Pass to the front, picked up by Smith. He battles in the corner for it. Honeybaked pokes it off of his stick. Good back check by Spatansky. Gets it to Zilm. Zilm tries clearing. Can't get it out. Long shot from the point on a screened Scanapieko, and we get a one-goal Honeybaked lead. Blues will send out Crowley, Fisher, and Bauer up front. Defensively, Miniman and Rubis. Face-off won by Honeybaked. They put it in deep. Miniman goes back behind the net to get it. Loose puck is set in front. Honeybaked takes a shot, saved by Scanapieko. Blues come away with it. Rubis chips it around the boards for Bauer. Bauer in a race for it. He goes down. Loose puck picked up by Fisher. Fisher tries to go back to Bauer. Can't get it. They send it up the side. Miniman pushes it down low. It comes all the way out. Bauer gets back. He goes to Rubis, far side. He's going to circle in his own zone. He drops it for Miniman behind the net. Miniman brings it out, skates across the red line, brings it into Honeybaked zone, takes it all the way down to the goal line, tries to go to the front, hits Fisher. Fisher's shot just goes wide. What a good play by Miniman there, as now it goes to the far corner, sending it all the way up the boards. Honeybaked clears, pass picked off by Fisher. Fisher reverses, tries to go to Bauer. It's not picked off, hits the skate, and then goes to Komodowski. Komodowski, far side for Miniman. Miniman to Giorgio. Giorgio brings it in. He reverses. He tries to go to Komodowski. That hits a stick. Komodowski picks it up, takes it far corner. He's looking for somebody. He brings it out to the blue line, goes over to Smith out of his reach. He's going to go down low. Wessel goes to battle in the corner. They clear up. Malachi Smith pinches in, throws it back down deep. Wessel's there for it. He pushes it up to the Giorgio. Giorgio out to Smith. Smith, long shot. That gets through but goes just wide. Comes out to the point. Komodowski grabs it. He sends a shot. That's deflected to far sideboards. Smith pinches in for it. And finally, Honeybaked able to clear. Komodowski picks it up on his own blue line, circles. He sends it far side for Wessel. Wessel puts it in the zone for Boyer. Boyer didn't see it coming, and Honeybaked takes over control again, and that's going to do it for the first period. So after the first period, Honeybaked lead the Blues 3-2. Blues out shooting Honeybaked 15-7. We'll be back for the second period here shortly. And we are ready to get the second period underway. Blues are going to send out the Fugner, Schneider, Harris line up front. Defensively, we'll have Brooks and Miniman to start this period. Blues start this period down by a goal. Has had a fairly high scoring first period with 5 total goals scored, 2 for the Blues, 3 for Honeybaked. Blues win the draw. They give it back to Brooks. Brooks sends it up to Schneider, or to Miniman. Miniman goes forward. Schneider tips it in as he had a man on him. Harris grabs it. It gets knocked off of his stick. Here come the Blues back through. Good stick by Schneider. Breaks that up. Honeybaked brings it in. They're offsides. No call. Long shot. That goes wide. Harris is going to pick that up far side. He tries tipping it to Fugner. Goes right to Honeybaked. Honeybaked with room. Sends it to the front. Good stick by Brooks. Breaks that up. Slap shot. Wow, nobody had the man on the back door. And Honeybaked controls. They're going to try to go far side. Comes to the point. Brooks is going to get there. He goes up the boards. He goes to Schneider. Schneider tips it out to the neutral zone. Harris and Fugner battle for it. Fugner comes away with it. He's going to put it in deep. Shakes off a hit. And Honeybaked's going to reclaim in their zone. Good pick by Fugner. He's got a lane shot. That's on. Glove save. Loose puck in front. They clear to the blue line, held by Komodowski. Komodowski shot through. Another pad save. Fugner goes to get it. Schneider's going to go help him out. They're going to send it all the way down. It hits off of Komodowski. And they got to wait for Fugner to get back on side as he was down in the corner. He's going to put it in. Blues tag up. They're going to go for a change. Giorgio grabs it. Lets it go. Rubis grabs it his own blue line, reverses. He gets mugged, gets the puck to Boyer. Boyer gives it to Giorgio. Giorgio, has it knocked off of his stick. Heads up, semi-break. Oh, he missed the pass. Honeybaked got behind the Blues D. They're going to play it to the sideboards. They go to the front, nobody there. Wessel's going to pick it up. He brings it towards the neutral zone, gets to the outside, tips it around a man for Boyer. Boyer picks it up in the near side corner, sends it in front. Wessel can't get a stick on it. Honeybaked comes away with it. They're going to go right back to the neutral zone with it. They tip towards the center. Wessel gets to it first. He reverses. He skates in a circle, gives it to Komodowski. Komodowski comes near side for Smith. He has to hurry as it bounced behind him. He's going to skate it out far side. He sends a pass far side. That gets picked off, and then he gets leveled, and Honeybaked brings it back in. Their drop pass to the point is successful, but then they fan on the next one. Honeybaked gets it to the front. Again, shot goes wide of the net. Now they have it on the sideboards. They take a shot, pad save, push to the far corner. Another shot from the side. That one's deflected on by the stick of a Blues defenseman. Komodowski comes away with it, gives it to Smith. Smith far side for Giorgio. Giorgio and Boyer bring it in 2-on-2. Giorgio into the corner, reverses to the front, tries to hit Boyer. It's just behind his stick. Boyer gets it far side for Giorgio. Giorgio with room, shot. Oh man, hit a player right in the stomach. He's down. That did not feel good. Giorgio gets his own loose rebound, gets it to Springer. Springer shot on, pad save. Honeybaked grabs it. They're going to send it all the way down, and that will be an icing. Oh, Scanapieko played it instead of letting the icing go. And here comes Springer through the neutral zone with it. He almost gets tied up. He tries to get it to Miniman. It gets picked off. Springer comes away with it with a good shin pad block. He brings it in, goes to Spatansky. Spatansky gets around one man, can't get around the last, and here comes Honeybaked. They're going to send it all the way down, and that will be an icing against Honeybaked. They called it off. Wow. Another bad call off. Honeybaked takes it behind the Blues net to the far corner. They go out to the point. Long shot, pad save, push to the far corner. Miniman goes to battle on the sideboards for it. Spatansky goes in to help him out. Miniman grabs it, goes behind, or that's Spatansky grabs it, goes behind the net for Brooks. Brooks to Springer. Springer brings it into the Honeybaked zone, takes a shot, hits a skate, gets it right back. He gets taken down, no call. They're going to send it far side, and here comes Honeybaked. 2-on-2, 3-on-2. Crowley's back now, 4-on-3. Man, all kinds of Honeybaked players, no Blues. And they're just going to dump it into the corner. Miniman knocks it off his stick. Honeybaked takes it as there's nobody there for the Blues. Pass to the center, picked off by Bauer. Bauer, behind the back pass, hits Zilm. Zilm puts it in deep. Crowley goes in on the forecheck. They're going to send it to the far corner. Bauer goes to pressure him. Good forecheck by Bauer, breaks up the initial pass. Honeybaked gets it back, but it's bouncing, so now it's stuck. Crowley pressures them. And here come Honeybaked back into the Blues zone. Pass hits a skate. Komodowski picks it up. He brings it around near side, off the boards for Bauer. Bauer tip pass to Fisher is off the mark. And they're going to bring it back through. Fisher's hit is missed. Honeybaked brings into the Blues zone. They get to the outside. Heads up. Shot through, pad save. Loose puck picked up by a Blues defender. Sent out to Bauer. Bauer's pass off the mark. They're going to circle on the blue line now. As Honeybaked regroups, they go down behind the Blues net. They're going to bring it out to the sideboards. Bauer picks it off. He tips it over a man. He gets interfered with, no call. Blues start a line change as the puck comes all the way back to his zone. Pass cross ice, hits Schneider. He hassles his man, causes a turnover. Fisher grabs it. Fisher brings it, shot on, and goal by Fugner. Schneider to Fisher to Fugner to tie this game back up with 11:37. So Fugner from Fisher and Schneider tie this game 3-3 with 11:37 remaining in the second period. Blues will continue with the same unit. Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Defensively, we'll have Smith and Brooks. Face-off won by Fugner back to Smith. He's going to have to retrieve it in the Blues zone. Circles on the boards. He goes to his partner Brooks, far side. Brooks hits Fugner. Here comes Fugner through the neutral zone. Blues have numbers. He skates it around. He goes to Harris. Harris shot. Good save again. Goes just wide after the goalie hits it with his blocker. And good step up by Brooks. Gets it to Schneider. Schneider gets taken down. And here comes, Schneider. Somebody took a penalty. Who got the penalty? Well, they had already touched the puck. He had his hand up. I thought it was Honeybaked took the penalty. They had the puck. Should have blown the whistle immediately. Yeah, so Blues are going to go to the power play. I don't know why it took them so long to blow the whistle. Honeybaked had control. So Blues go to the power play after a tripping minor against number 14 on Honeybaked. Blues will continue with Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive pair. Fugner lines up to take the draw. This time it's to the right of the Honeybaked goalie. Face off one to Harris. Harris goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks skates it in, takes a shot. Loose puck in front. Schneider can't get a stick on it. And Honeybaked's going to clear all the way down. Scanapieko comes to the corner. He settles. He's going to leave it for Smith. Smith takes it behind the Blues net. He drops it for Brooks. Brooks sets up. He goes up to Fugner. Fugner near side to Smith. Smith's going to make a move at the blue line. He gets caught up. He's going to bring it into their zone now. He chips it into the corner. Schneider goes in on the forecheck. They tip it forward, goes right to Smith. Smith to Fugner. Oh, Fugner has it knocked off of his stick, and that's going to go all the way down. Blues going to do a quick line change. Boyer, Wessel, Giorgio up front, Miniman, and still Brooks currently. He'll come to the bench here in a moment. Miniman's going to skate it through. He goes up to Giorgio. Giorgio pushes it around one man. Here come the Blues. Giorgio with room. Oh, gets his stick lift at the last second, and that gets pushed all the way down to the Blues zone. Miniman picks it up, takes it behind the Blues net, reverses. Now he's going to come out near side. Cross ice pass hits Giorgio. Giorgio turns on the speed, gets to the outside, takes it behind the Honeybaked net, goes out to the point to Rubis. Rubis circles. He goes backhand pass to Miniman. Miniman has it bounce. He gets it down low to Boyer. Boyer reverses, brings it back out. He goes to Miniman. Miniman to Rubis. Rubis to Giorgio. Giorgio can't get the shot off, but it goes right back to Rubis. He's going to skate it back out to the side. Long pass, well, not a long shot. It was a pass. He hits Giorgio. Giorgio has it knocked off of his stick. He now battles for it. Honeybaked comes away with it. Good step up by Rubis. Holds it there. Does finally come out of the Honeybaked zone to Miniman. Miniman far side. Tries to hit Boyer. Boyer gets around his man. He reverses. Good move holding it there. Honeybaked comes away with it. They're going to send it far side. Good stick by Miniman. Breaks that up. Miniman off the boards for Boyer. Boyer brings it back in. Honeybaked back at full strength. Pass to the front. Giorgio can't get a stick on it. Loose puck sits in the corner. Honeybaked gets it. And here they come 3-on-2. They get around one. Cut towards the center. They run into their own man. He has to circle. He goes far side. Picked off by Springer. Springer chips it off of the Honeybaked player into the neutral zone. They're going to send it to their far side defenseman, and they're going to start working their way into the neutral zone. Spatansky all over his man. Honeybaked gets it. Komodowski picks up the loose puck as it rolled on him. Smith brings it out near side. He goes far side for Komodowski. Komodowski crosses the red line. He's going to put it in deep. That's on net. Held on to, and we'll have a whistle as the Honeybaked goaltender doesn't let go. 8:08 remaining here in the second period. Tie game 3-3. Blues out shooting Honeybaked 19-10. Blues will continue with Spatansky, Zilm, Springer up front. Smith and Komodowski will be the defensive pairing. Face off won by the Blues out to Komodowski. Takes a long shot. That goes wide. Hits behind. Comes all the way out to the point. Good pinch by Malachi Smith. And then Honeybaked grabs it. And that's going to go all the way down for icing. Blues will change the defensive pairing. Miniman and Brooks will jump out to join Spatansky, Springer, and Zilm. Spatansky lines up to take it. Face-off is tied up. Blues can't get to it. Zilm has it knocked around him, and then they push it past Miniman all the way to the Blues zone. Brooks grabs it, reverses up the near side boards for Miniman. Miniman up for Springer. Springer to Spatansky. Picked off by Honeybaked, and they're going to bring it right back in. And Blues just took a penalty as Honeybaked's going to get their first power play. and looked like a hook. Maybe they're going to call a trip against Springer. And it is a hook. So 7:31 remain here in the second period. Blues go to their first penalty kill of the day. Blues will start the penalty kill with Zilm and Spatansky. Defensively, Miniman and Brooks will stay on. Face-off is won by Honeybaked out to the point. They go D to D. He steps to the top of the circle, throws it out to the point. Long shot, gets through. Pad saved by Scanapieko. Goes to the sideboards. Honeybaked gets it back out to their point to reset. They bring it around the near side circle. They cut towards the center. Chipped in the air. Zilm gloves it down, settles it. He throws it deep. Blues go for a change. They get 3 out of 4, and now Zilm goes. So Fugner Wessel up front with Rubis and Komodowski on defense as we get a full line change. Honeybaked brings it in. They get to the outside. They send it out to the point. They go to the near side point. Long shot gets through. Pad save held on to by Scanapieko for another stoppage in play. 6:50 remain here in the second period. Minute 20 remain in the Blues' first penalty kill of the game. Wessel lines up to take the draw. He's going to try to pull this back to Rubis. It is a tie-up. Honeybaked wins it. They send it out to the point. They go to the sideboards. They're going to clear the zone for the Blues. Now they go D to D on their line. Blues back up and set up their neutral zone box. Fugner pressures. They're going to bring it into the Blues zone. They get to the outside. Good skate by Rubis, and he then grabs the puck, and he throws it all the way down. Honeybaked's goaltender settles it on the dot for his defenseman. Takes it behind the net. Fugner keeps him honest. They're going to bring it out now. They bring it near side. Rubis steps up and pretends to make the pinch, and they have to pull back. They go far side. Now they're going to bring it into the Blues zone. Good seam pass off the mark as it is pushed into the corner. Rubis battles 2 players. Fugner there. He grabs it. He tries chipping it out. It gets hit by something, but he battles to push it all the way out of the zone. And Honeybaked has to wait for their man to get it back on side. Good hit by Rubis. Loose puck picked up by Spatansky. He sends it deep. And puck is pushed into the Blues bench. Blues will make another line change. They send out... actually, Spatansky stays. Harris joins him. Defensively, we have Brooks and Smith. Neutral zone face-off is won by the Blues. Harris gets it. He chips it into Honeybaked zone. They take over control. He stays all over him, and he battles him all the way back in. Good stick by Brooks. Breaks it up, and here comes Harris. He brings it across the red line. Crowley jumps the board as Spatansky goes for a rest. Honeybaked retakes control. Blues back at full strength as Springer gets on the ice. Springer jumps, gets off the ice. Blues finish the line change. We now have the Crowley, Fisher, Bauer line out. Puck is sent all the way around to Fisher. Fisher tips it forward for Crowley. Crowley tips around another man, tips it towards another. He has it. Crowley on a semi-break, tries to get it to Brooks. Oh, man, loose puck in front. And we get a stoppage in play as the Honeybaked goalie is able to put his glove on it. A little bit of extracurriculars. No harm, no foul there as ref lets them get a couple shoves in just to keep it interesting. No penalties on the play for either team. Crowley, Fisher, Bauer continue up front. Smith and Brooks on defense. Face-off is won by Honeybaked. They take it behind the net. They send it around hard. That's going to go all the way down, and that will be icing against Honeybaked. Blues will make a defensive change. They send out Miniman and Rubis. Crowley, Bauer, Fisher will continue up front. Crowley lines up to take the draw. It is won by Crowley to Bauer. He goes to Rubus. Rubus long shot tipped on by Crowley. Good save by the goalie. Fisher picks it up in the zone. He sends it to Miniman. It goes off his stick all the way down. Foot race. Honeybaked gets there first. He takes a shot. Good stick by Rubus. Breaks that up. Rubus right up the middle to Fisher. Fisher's going to bring it forward. He hits Bauer. Goes off the stick of a Honeybaked player all the way down. Bauer's going to get there first. Sends it towards the front. Loose puck. Bounces a mile high. And Fisher's going to take a penalty. Fisher's going to the box for what is probably a trip. And Blues go right back to the penalty kill with 4:26 remaining here in the second period. So Fisher got his stick twisted in a Honeybaked player's skates. Player goes down, and we have a stoppage in play. Carey asking the referee why the same play down here didn't get called, and the ref laughed at him. Face-off won by Honeybaked. We have Fugner and Harris up front. Komodowski and Smith on defense. They control top of the circle. Shot. That hits something. Goes to the near side corner. Not sure if it was Scannapieco's glove or a player. Comes all the way out to the point. Honeybaked goes D to D. Fugner keeps him in the point. They go near side to the top of the blue line. They go back down low. Puck goes all the way to the corner. Komodowski grabs it. He goes to Harris. Harris tries chipping it out. It gets intercepted. Honeybaked comes away with it. Hit by Komodowski. Heads up. Loose man in front. Good stick by Fugner. Breaks that up. Smith tries to clear it. Doesn't get enough on it. And it's basically a pass to the point. They go D to D now. They go down low to the far side circle. They try sending it to the front. Good stick by Harris. Breaks that up. They come to the point again. They go D to D. They hit the man in the center. Oh, man open. Shot on. Good save by Scannapieco as they put it right into the blue note. And Blues are going to make another change. They send out Spatansky and Wessel up front. Miniman and Brooks on defense. Spatansky lines up to take the draw to the left of Scannapieco. Face-off is won by Honeybaked out to the point. They send it down low to the bottom of the circle. They try to go back to the point. They get it there. Bobble the puck. They get control again. Their man circles into the center of the ice. Good block by Spatansky on the shot attempt. They get it back to the point. Miniman boxes him out. They're going to send it out to the side of the circle. Pass to the center. Misses everybody. Comes all the way out to the far point. They hold it in the zone. They go D to D on the blue line. He circles towards the center, sends it to the top of the far circle. Shot gets through, stick to side by Scannapieco, and then he picks up the loose puck. And we'll have another stoppage in play with 2:57 remaining in the second period, 32 seconds remaining in the Blues penalty kill. Shots are starting to even out as the Blues have been shorthanded a decent amount here. Blues currently out shooting Honeybaked 20-14. Spatansky lines up to take it, ties his man up. Brooks grabs it. He turns, throws it off the glass, hits off the glove of the defender, goes to the neutral zone. Honeybaked has to reset in their own zone. They bring it through the neutral zone, across the red line. They bring it into the blue zone. Miniman keeps him to the outside. He reverses in the near side corner, brings it up the sideboards, circles, sends it over to the far side point. Wessel all over his man, holds it there. Spatansky tips it out to the neutral zone. Here comes West. He gets interfered with, no call. Blues back at full strength as Fisher gets on the ice. They're going to bring it into the blue zone, and Honeybaked is offsides. Blues took exception to that shot after the whistle, and they certainly let number 13 know how they felt about it. Blues make a line change. Here's an interesting line combination. We have Giorgio, Boyer, and Schneider up front. Komodowski and Rubus on defense. Face-off is won by the Blues. Komodowski has it. He goes over to Rubus. Rubus has to skate through the neutral zone. Tries to pass, hits something. Shoots the puck from outside the zone. It's on net, and Blues will have an offensive zone face-off with 2:10 remaining in the second period. No change in personnel. Giorgio centering Schneider and Boyer up front. Defensively, Rubis and Komodowski. Giorgio lines up to take the draw. It's to the left of the Honeybaked goaltender. Face-off is won by Honeybaked. Schneider grabs it, shot on, hits off the shoulder of the goalie and goes into the netting. Wow, what a bullet that was. Couldn't get it over the shoulder of the goalie as he jumped right as the shot came. We're going to do it again from the left of the Honeybaked goalie. Giorgio again. Face-off tied up. Boyer sends it back to the point to Rubis. Rubis to Schneider. Schneider down low, tries to hit Giorgio. Does so. Oh, Giorgio's pass up front hits somebody. Schneider comes away with it. Oh, he tries to hit Boyer in the middle. Loose puck picked up by Schneider. Long shot on. Pushed to the far side corner. Giorgio gets there. He battles for it. They're going to bring it behind their own net. They come around far side, and they have it behind their net now. Good play by Giorgio to break that up. They're going to send it up the boards. Komodowski flattens his man. Schneider grabs the loose puck. He goes to Rubis. Rubis back to Schneider. Schneider to Rubis again. Rubis shakes off the hit, gives it to Schneider. Here comes Schneider in. Minute 25, Schneider tries to hit Giorgio, breaking towards the front, just out of his reach. Tyson Boyer now has it in the far side corner. He gets hit, tips it to Giorgio. Giorgio tries to get to the front. Schneider puts a stick on it as he had a man all over him. They're going to clear it out, and they tried to get a man behind the Blues defenseman. Komodowski was having none of that. He knocks the puck off of him. They're going to send it around the boards. Here comes Boyer with it. He's got Springer cutting towards the net. Boyer can't get around his man. Puck goes into the corner. Springer grabs it. He tries to get it to Boyer. Both Blues players go down, and they're going to call a penalty on Boyer and not the mugging he just took from the Honeybaked player. So refs are in Honeybaked recovery mode as Boyer gets held and mauled in the corner, gets up and gives the guy a shove, and they call just the penalty on Boyer. It was a rough sequence of officiating for the refs there, as he literally was watching Tyson Boyer get mugged and decided to call the penalty on only him. So Blues, back to their third penalty kill of the period, have been able to not give up a goal yet. We'll hope that continues. Spatansky and looks like Zilm up front. Defensively, Smith and Brooks. Honeybaked goes D to D, top of the circles. They're going to bring it in, centers it towards the center, can't get a stick on it, comes all the way out to the point. Now they give it to their defenseman. He skates it, makes a move, tries to get around Spatansky. Loose puck after the save by Scanapieko, picked up by Malachi Smith. His clearing attempt hits the Honeybaked bench, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 19 seconds left. Zilm's going to come off. Wessel jumps on. Spatansky stays at center. Smith and Brooks on defense. Face-off is tied up. Wessels battles for it with his man. Spatansky gives it to Smith. He's going to send it all the way down. And 8 seconds remaining. Blues back up. Get set for D. They bring it in with 2 seconds. They make a move around, and that is going to do it, as Honeybaked player breaks Wessel's stick with a shot right at the end of the period. And you know the Wessel family did not enjoy that play. So after 2, Blues and Honeybaked tied 3-3. We'll be back for the third period in about 15 minutes after a Zamboni break. We'll see you then. And we are ready to get the third underway. Blues will start with Wessel and Spatansky up front, Komodowski and Rubis on defense. Minute 14 remain in the Blues penalty kill. Honeybaked brings it towards the blue zone. He blows a tire, and they're going to call a penalty on that. That is a terrible, terrible miss call. No Blues player even near him. And they're going to call a penalty on the Blues. That's brutal. Wow. We'll go back and watch that one, but that's a very, very weak call. Blues will go to a 5-on-3 penalty kill for 55 seconds as Spatansky gets the minor for tripping. Blues are going to send out Harris as the forward penalty killer. Komodowski and Rubis will be the defensive. Face-off won by Honeybaked. They go out to the point, D to D. Back to the defenseman on the other side. They bobble. They pick it back up. They go D to D. They send it towards the slot. Hits off of his skate. Comes out to the point. Another mishandle on the puck. They pick it back up. They go out to the point. They go D to D. They go to the slot. Fan on the shot. Rubis is going to get there, and he's going to send it all the way down. Blues are going to change the defensive unit. Miniman and Brooks jump the boards. Clearing pass is tipped by Harris, so they have to reset. They're going to bring it into the blue zone. Harris grabs it. He goes to Brooks. Brooks sends it all the way back down again. Honeybaked goalie settles it. He passes it out to the neutral zone. They're going to bring it forward again. Wessel on now as Harris gets off. He's going to push the man to the corner. They take it behind the net. They send it up the boards. They bring it out. First Blues penalty is over as Boyer gets on the ice. Wessel hits his man. They send it near side to the boards. Hits off the boards harmlessly. They send it to the far side to the point. Shot blocked by Wessel. Comes into the near side corner. Boyer gets there. Boyer battles his man for it. They lift the stick. Loose puck in front. Boyer picks it up. From his knees, sends it all the way down. Blues are going to go a full, fresh 5-man unit. Fugner, Schneider up front. Komodowski, Smith on defense. Honeybaked brings it in. Picked off by Komodowski. He tries to fling it all the way down. That goes and is gloved down by the Honeybaked defender. They're going to bring it back through the neutral zone. Good step up by Komodowski, and then Schneider picks it up. He hits it off a player. Too many men by Honeybaked by a good 2-3 seconds as they touch the puck. No call. Puck goes behind the Honeybaked nets. Fugner all over him. They're going to bring it through the neutral zone. Pass off to Mark. Smith grabs it. He puts it all the way back down. And Blues now back at full strength. Honeybaked reverses behind their own net. They're going to bring it out near side, or far side, excuse me. Now they send it all the way across near side. They bring it into the blue zone. Komodowski holds him on the boards, knocks the puck off him. He goes up the boards to Harris. Harris tip pass to Fugner. Fugner has it roll on him. He puts it in deep. Schneider goes in on the forecheck. Komodowski goes in on the forecheck. And Harris goes in to help. Schneider now holds it in the corner. He waits for backup. Pops out. Harris holds it with his skate. Schneider comes in to help again. Honeybaked comes away with it. They're going to send it through the zone, and that's going to go all the way down for icing against Honeybaked. Consensus is I missed it, and Spatansky actually did trip that player. So shame on him. He went to the sin bin for 2 minutes, and he deserved it. Blues make a wholesale line change. Crowley, Fisher, Bauer up front. Brooks and Miniman on defense. Offensive zone face-off will be to the left of the Honeybaked goaltender, who has had a really solid game so far, as he has stopped a couple really good Blues opportunities. Likewise at the end of the ice, Scanapieko, after a rough start by the Blues, gave up a couple, and then he has had a solid period and a half since then. Honeybaked goalie had an equipment issue, so refs are letting him fix it. Blues discussing some strategy at the top of the circle. Ref blows the whistle to get play underway. Crowley lines up to take it. It is one back to the point to Miniman. Miniman, quick shot. That goes just wide. It's going to come all the way out to the point, near side. Brooks steps up, throws that in. It goes all the way to the other side. Quick shot by Miniman from the top of the circle. Stick save. Good hold at the line by Bauer, and then they're able to tip it out. Crowley grabs it, reverses on the red line. He puts it in deep. Bauer goes in on the forecheck far side. Fisher near side. Honeybaked brings it out now. Crowley all over him. They're going to bring it through the neutral zone. They send a pass forward. Good stick by Miniman. He sends it quickly forward to Bauer. Hits the ref's skate. Bauer picks it back up, puts it in deep. Crowley comes around near side. It goes past him. Honeybaked brings it to the neutral zone. Good step up by Brooks. Puts it right back in their zone. Blues start a line change as Crowley jumps off. Spatansky gets on. Fisher now off and Zilma on. Both defensemen change. Meanwhile, Blues in front. Spatansky tries to hit Bauer. It bounced off his stick, goes to the corner. Puck comes out of that corner right towards the net. And Honeybaked's goalie is going to hang on to it for a stoppage in play. Blues complete the line change. Spatansky, Springer, Zilm up front. Komodowski, Rubis on defense. Spatansky lines up to take the draw to the left of the Honeybaked goaltender. It is won by the Blues. Springer tries to push it towards the front, gets knocked off of his stick. Zilm picks it up. He tries to send it around the boards to the point, can't get there. Honeybaked grabs it. They're going to send it out to the neutral zone. Comes all the way to the Blues zone. Rubis beats his man to the puck. He's going to send it hard around the boards. Hits off a Honeybaked player. Goes right to Spatansky. Spatansky has it knocked off of his stick. And Honeybaked's going to bring it right back in. Good back check by Komodowski. Breaks that up, but the loose man gets the puck top of the slot. Knocked off of his stick. They get it out to the point. They're going to clear the zone for the Blues. Zilm goes on the forecheck. Pressures. They're going to bring it near side to the boards. Spatansky's all over him. They reverse. They're going to bring it back near side. They lead man the puck. They bring it into the Blue zone. Good step up by Komodowski. Zilm tips it forward for Spatansky. Spatansky puts it in deep, takes a hit for his troubles. Springer goes in on the forecheck as the rest of his line goes to change. They're going to bring it out far side. They send it off the boards, and that hits a referee. Otherwise, it would have been icing. Picked up by Giorgio. Here comes Giorgio and Bauer. Giorgio gets to the outside. Shot off the goalie's face mask. Goes into the far corner. Gets his own rebound. Sends it to the point. Malachi Smith battles it back down to Giorgio. Giorgio reverses. His pass to Smith is off the mark, and they're going to put it all the way down. Brooks has to race for this as he's got a man all over him. He sends it behind the net, near side corner for Smith. Smith sends it off the boards. And man steps in front of Boyer, throws it back in deep. Brooks grabs it in the far corner, back near side for Smith. Smith going to go for a skate. He sends it over to Brooks. Brooks gets to the outside of the neutral zone, brings it into their territory, cuts towards the center, gets knocked into the far side corner. Brooks now forechecks for it. Smith, Giorgio cover the point. They try to clear, glove down by Smith. He cuts a move towards the center, tries shooting, misses. Sends it into the corner now for Wessel. Wessel sends it in front. Boyer can't get a stick on it, and now he battles for it. They came away with it, and Miniman tries to hold the line, and Blues will be offsides. 10:55 remaining in this third period. Tie game 3-3. Blues are going to send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Defensively, we'll have Miniman and Rubis. Face-off is won by Honeybaked back into their own zone. Their defenseman's going to bring it out. Schneider gets all over him. They try pushing it in. Rubis picks it up. Schneider's lost his stick. Bends down to pick it up. Gets the puck to Rubis. Rubis going to skate through the neutral zone. He tips it forward. That pass is picked off. Fugner covering back. Grabs it right back. He sends it near side for Harris. Harris can't see it. Hits his skate. And now Blues have to go back in on the forecheck. They're going to bring it near side. Now they go far side. And good pressure by Blues, holding them deep in their zone. They're going to bring it up through the boards here. That's going to miss everybody. Comes all the way out to Rubis in the Blues zone. Rubis sends it off the glass. Schneider knocks it down. He sends it forward. Oh, just over the stick of Fugner. And here comes Honeybaked right back into the neutral zone. They're going to go far side. Rubis keeps them there. They got a man cut, and good diving play by Rubis to break up the pass. They send it forward. Schneider picks it up. He's going to skate it into the neutral zone. He hits it off a Honeybaked skater, tries to get it to Harris, and Honeybaked now controls. They're going to go far side. They're going to tip it into the Blues zone. Rubis has to chase this one down. Rubis reverses, goes to Komodowski, far side corner. Here comes Komodowski as he blows an edge. off the knee, sends it to Fisher. Fisher puts it in deep. He takes a high late hit. Goes down behind the net. Bauer forechecking. Pushes it to the far side corner. Fisher gets taken down. Honeybaked clears. Good stick by Malachi Smith, breaks that up. Honeybaked pushes it right back into the Blues zone. Here they come. Good play by Fisher breaks that up. And then here comes Malachi Smith. He gets out to the outside, gets it knocked off of his stick. And Blues have to regroup in the neutral zone as Honeybaked tips it back in on net. And we'll have a defensive zone face-off with 9:10 remaining here in this third period. Blues will send out a fresh 5-man unit. Miniman Brooks on defense. Offensive unit will be Spatansky, Springer, and Zilm. Spatansky lines up to take it to the right to Scanapieko. Face-off is won by the Blues. Miniman takes it behind the Blues net, stops there. Sends it near side corner for Brooks. Brooks up the sideboards to Zilm. Zilm give and go pass to Spatansky's picked off. Brooks has to battle a man behind the net. Honeybaked comes away with it. They try putting it in front. Miniman holds it behind the net. Brooks goes to help him. Honeybaked comes away with it. They try to center it in front. That's picked off. Miniman's stick is knocked out of his hand. He gets it. Zilm brings it through the neutral zone. He sends it to Springer. Springer's shot goes just over the shoulder of the goalie. Spatansky grabs on the far boards, puts it down low for Springer. Springer to Spatansky. Spatansky rolls off a check, gives it right back to Springer. Springer in front for Zilm. It's on the back of the skate, though, so he can't get a hold of it. Springer grabs the puck, goes to Brooks. Brooks gets hit high late. No call there. And they're going to push it all the way down into the corner. Good play by Miniman. Breaks up the pass. Zilm gets it, tries to go to the slot. Nobody home. Blues got to hurry as this is going to go all the way down off a Blues pass, so no icing. Honeybaked gets there first. Brooks hits his man. Honeybaked sends their second player in to grab it. Good stick by Spatansky. Breaks that up. He takes a hit for his trouble. Brooks knocks his man down. Puck is a mile high, glove down. And they're going to call a high stick. Oh, they're going to say he closed his hand. They're going to say the Honeybaked player closed his hand on the puck, so the face-off will come out to the neutral zone. Blues send out Giorgio, Boyer, Wessel up front. Rubis and Komodowski, the defensive pair for this shift. Giorgio lines up to take the draw. Face-off is won by Giorgio. He gets it back to Komodowski. Komodowski pass far side to Wessel, hits a skate. He picks it up anyways, puts it in deep. Boyer forechecks near side, takes the hit, pushes it behind the net. Wessel comes away with the puck. He gets hooked, no call again. And Honeybaked picks the pocket of Boyer, and they're going to send it out. Rubis picks up the loose puck. He sends it hard back in the zone. Blues tag up, and they get on the forecheck. Boyer there first. Boyer gets around one, tries to hit Zilm in front. Good play by Blues, just a better play by Honeybaked as they're able to break that up. Loose puck picked up by Giorgio. Giorgio goes to Komodowski near side. Komodowski through the neutral zone. Makes a move at the red line. Brings it into their zone. He draws a penalty. Blues going back to the power play. And there we go. So Blues to the power play after a hooking penalty against Honeybaked here with 7:03 remaining in the third. Blues will send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Komodowski and Rubis will continue on defense. Fugner lines up to take it. It is pushed to the corner. Blues send it out to the point to Rubis. Rubis to Komodowski near side. He goes back to Rubis. Rubis back to Komodowski. Komodowski to Schneider. Schneider tries to hit it over to Harris. It's deflected. Harris gets it back, sends it to Como. Como out to Rubis. Rubis back to Como. Over to Harris. That puck goes behind the net. Grant Fugner gets there to it. He sends it off the boards for Rubis. Rubis back down low for Fugner. Fugner back to Rubis. Out to Komodowski. Komodowski to Rubis. Rubis down low for Fugner. And they clear the zone as they were looking for Schneider in the slot. Rubis brings it in. Backhand pass to Fugner. Down low to Harris. Harris makes a move. takes it behind the net, out to Rubis. Rubis back to Harris. Harris circles, sends it to Komodowski to the point. Komodowski has it roll on him. He circles off the check. He goes to Rubis, far dot. Rubis to Komodowski. Komodowski back to Rubis. Rubis shot through, glove save, held on to by the Honeybaked goaltender. Blues make a wholesale line change. They send out Giorgio, Boyer, Wessel up front. Defensively, Brooks and Miniman. .551 remain here in the third period. Shots are currently 24-14 in favor of the Blues. Blues win the faceoff. Brooks gives it to Miniman. He skates down low to the circle, far side for Boyer. Boyer shot on right into the HB logo on the jersey and held on to for another stoppage in play with 39 seconds remaining in this Blues power play. No change in personnel for either team as Giorgio lines up to take this draw. Face-off is won by Honeybaked. They take a ripper around the boards. That's going to go all the way down. Brooks is going to have to hurry as he's got a man on him. He's going to reverse it in the corner. Honeybaked guy peels off the play. Brooks stops behind the net. And here come the Blues out of the zone. They hit Boyer. Boyer up the boards to Wessel. Wessel back to Brooks. Brooks to Miniman. Miniman back to Brooks. Brooks tries to put it in deep. That's picked off. And they're going to turn around. They take a slap shot. That is held. And here come the Blues as Brooks has it. He goes far side for Wessel, just off the mark. Wessel tips it back to Boyer. Boyer shot off the post, goes onto the far side boards. Honeybaked back at full strength as Miniman skates it down low. He goes behind the net for Wessel. Wessel lifts the Honeybaked player's stick and brings it to the near side corner. And Honeybaked able to clear. That's going to go all the way down, but not far enough for icing. As Miniman picks it up on the far side dot, he's going to skate it out. He goes to Brooks. Brooks skates into the neutral zone, goes far side for Zilm. Zilm tries to go center, and it's intercepted. Here they come 2-on-1. Good back check by Wessel to break up that odd man rush as Rubis pushes him into the corner. Giorgio comes and steals the puck. He's going to skate it through the neutral zone, turns on the speed, brings it into their zone, gets to the outside. Brings it to the front, shot on, goes just wide. Blues are going to go back to the power play. Tyson Boyer controls the front, picked up by Bauer, and Bauer scores! Bauer from Boyer with 4:11 left in the third. Put the Blues up for their first lead of the game, 4-3. Bauer from Boyer. 4:11 with left in the third period. And Blues up on top for the first time today. Blues finish the line change. Crowley, Fisher, Bauer up front. Defensively, we have Rubis and Komodowski. Face-off is won by the Blues. Bauer has his pocket picked. Rubis steals it right back. He puts it off the boards. It hits the linesman. Blues put it in deep. Fisher gets there, sends it out to the point to Komodowski. It gets picked off. Good pinch by Komodowski. Gets it back to Fisher. Down low for Crowley to Komodowski. Tries to go far side. Nobody home. And here comes Honeybaked back with an odd man rush. They pull up at the blue line. They skate it towards the center. Long shot on. Another shot on. Two quick saves by Scanapieko. As Honeybaked came right back with pressure after the Blues go up by a goal. Blues are going to send out Spatansky, Springer, Zilm up front. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive pairing. Face-off is won by Honeybaked. They go D to D at the point. Springer pressures him. They turn it over to Smith down in the corner. Honeybaked takes it right back. Honeybaked skates it out. They send it out to the point. They send a long shot. That hits Malachi Smith in the shoulder. He sends it forward to Springer. Springer brings it in, gets across the blue line. Springer pulls up looking for a man. Nobody there. He sends it down low for Zilm. Zilm tries to go right back to Springer. Hits a skate. that is Spatansky picks up, sends it out to the point. Brooks gets it from Smith, long shot, deflects over the net. Zilm battles in the corner for it. Honeybaked tries to send it out. Springer sticks it down, gives it to Zilm. Zilm out to the point to Brooks. Brooks makes a move around one man, shot, gets through. Pad save, puck comes out to the slot, picked up by Honeybaked. Blues mug him, take it back. Zilm gives it over to Smith. Smith shot on, gets through, and another save by the Honeybaked goaltender. Blues will make a line change. They send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Defensively, we'll have Miniman and Rubis. Blues will have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Honeybaked goaltender. Face-off is a tie-up. Blues push it towards the front of the net. Honeybaked grabs it. They send it far side. Miniman keeps them to the outside. They have room, shot, that goes high. Comes all the way out to the point far side. They go D to D. Shot, deflects off the stick of Schneider and goes into the netting. No change in personnel for either team. Fugner will take this face off to the left of Scanapieko. He'll want to pull this back into the corner for Miniman. And Honeybaked wins it. They send it out to the point. Harris all over his man. They get a puck in front. It's loose. Fugner grabs it, throws it into the corner. He's going to flip it a mile high. Blues go in on the chase. Schneider tries to get around his man. They take it behind their net. They try coming near side. Schneider pressures them into a bad pass. Fugner now pressures hard. He takes the puck, tries to get it to the front. Honeybaked takes it off of his stick. They take it behind, and they're going to bring it out near side this time. They send a pass far side. That connects. Rubis steps up. Schneider there. They come away with it. Harris picks it up. He reverses, sends it behind the net for Miniman. Miniman goes up the boards, and Schneider hits his man, puts him down into the corner. Rubis now on his man. They send it to the point. Schneider got a stick on it. Now he pushes it forward. Schneider on a semi-break tries to bring it towards the center. He pulls up waiting for help. Shot off the post. That goes into the goalie's glove. And goalie snaps it out of midair off the post.
Go, boys.
Blues will make a line change. They send out Giorgio, Wessel, Boyer up front, Komodowski and Smith on defense. Blues hanging on to a 1-goal lead here with a minute 25 remaining in the third period. Face-off is won by the Blues, but it tips out to a Honeybaked player. They clear to the neutral zone. They bring it in deep. Komodowski goes in. He sends it around the boards hard. It comes all the way out to the point. They go D to D. Honeybaked starts the process of pulling their goalie. They go out to the point. Far side circle. Fan on the shot. Puck goes behind the net. Boyer's going to go over to the sideboards and pressure his man. Komodowski hits him. Puck is in front, loose. Good save by Scanapieko on the quick short shot with 53.9 seconds remaining. What a great save by Luke there, as puck came out right to the slot, and Honeybaked got good stick on it, and Scanapieko was able to make the save. Blues are going to send out Fugner, Spatansky, and Harris, Spatansky, Harris, and Wessel up front. Defensively, we'll have Rubis and Brooks. Face-off is won by the Blues. Rubis grabs it. He's going to just flip it all the way down. That hits off the stick, and Rubis puts it in for an empty netter. Rubis with his second goal of the game on the empty netter with 46.5 seconds remaining put the Blues up by 2. So Rubis clears the puck out of the zone, hits the stick of a Honeybaked defender, and goes in the empty net. Honestly, I forgot the net was empty. I was thinking it was going to be an icing. Rubis gets the face-off win. He pushes it in deep. Crowley goes down to the corner to battle for it. They're going to send it around near side. They clear it out to the neutral zone. That's going to go all the way down, and they're going to wave off icing because the linesmen want to get out of here. Rubis sends it high off the glass, hits the linesman. Wow! And the back ref got it. And Blues take exception to that hit from behind late there. Blues are going to take a retaliation penalty. That's one I don't necessarily mind. 22.4 seconds remaining. So Brooks goes to the box with number 13 from Honeybaked. Blues will send out Crowley, Fisher, Bauer. Defensively, Smith and Komodowski. Blues currently lead 5-3 with 22 seconds left. Face-off won by Honeybaked. They're going to cross the red line. They flip it forward, hits off the skate of Komodowski, goes in front of the net. Smith grabs it. He goes off the boards for Bauer. Bauer tips it to Crowley. Crowley tips around his man, gets to the outside, sends it to the front for Fisher, just out of his reach. Komodowski grabs it. He tries shooting towards the net with 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. Blues are going to take this one 5-3. So Blues now 1-1 on the showcase. And we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. versus, oh man, who is it tomorrow? Tomorrow is against the Oakland Junior Grizzlies out of Detroit as well. So until tomorrow at 4, we'll see ya.